Afternoon, everyone. Dr. J here with my co-host here, Vinson from the Knickline, and we're giving you the NBA Finals Game 4 recap from what was an amazing game. A lot of heroics during that game. Needless to say, with OG Ananobi, but there was some other players who played major roles during this game that led to that win. So we're going to talk about it. And after we had some time to process and let our heart rates normalize, we are able to come back online and share with you all
Right.
just what exactly happened in that game for thriller. I
Absolutely.
think that's the only best way I could describe it. I guess Vincent. I guess just real quickly, just what were some of the just immediate thoughts after watching that incredible 29 point comeback.
Well, first of all, I was in the bar, kind of just sitting there and, just waiting for something to happen. I not at any point I really doubted that like we would make a run, but like you're down 30 points. There's at some point, you have to start thinking for next game. But with this team, there's a never die and never quit attitude with it, which we'll probably talk about a little bit later. But
Yeah.
just to get into my initial reaction, um, I'm glued to the screen. I'm looking up. Um, I see Brunson gets doubled. Initially, I was like, oh, there's a pitchback option for OG to take a three, but Brunson takes it.
Right.
He's the closer. You know, you got to live and die with that at the end of the day. But the play didn't stop, and thank God OG knew that. And um, being that he was aware, he ran down the middle. He gets the tip in, and when I tell you, like, I probably like did four somersaults on the bar stool and high five. I definitely punched the lady next to me by accident.
Oh.
But I was just, but like beside myself. I was crying. Like I legit was crying. I high fived my guy Justin. I was like, I can't believe like he had like the wherewithal to like just, all right, let me go make a play after the fact. Like he didn't pout. He didn't like, dang, I didn't get the ball. He didn't watch. He was just like, oh, there's an opportunity. Nobody's boxing me out. Let me
Right.
go tip the ball in. And honestly, he was high enough that he could have dunked it, but
Yeah, I think
he
so.
did what he had to do. And man, like I'm be honest, I really don't know how to put it into words. Like it actually feels like something happens in my body. Like it really feels like
Something took over.
something took over. Like I'm walking down the street. I think we finished around like almost 11:30, 12, and people are
Mm.
beeping the horn at me, like screaming, "Let's go Knicks!" And I'm yelling back, "Knicks in five!" Like just super amped. I'm on social media. I wrote a status that got like over 39 views, and like they were talking crazy to me in that. So had to take
Yeah.
my time and address the haters because man, what a game! What a game!
So so let me tell you, man. I didn't go to sleep till after 2 in the morning, bro.
I
I,
believe it.
I'm here, and everyone knows who've been following us. Part of the Knickline. Everyone knows that I'm part of Mike Brown's extended coaching staff. Okay,
Right.
so I was watching the tape. I'm watching all the pressers, the post game discussion, and everything like that. I just couldn't go to sleep. It was nuts to me because yeah, I mean, when Brunson takes a shot, I mean, and even if let's say Brunson makes that shot, I mean, how
Right.
crazy would the guard have gone then?
Yo, I might have gave up the ghost. I might have gave up the ghost. I might have
Yo,
been laid out on the floor. Cause one,
because he
it
he
wasn't a
shot that
bad
right over
shot.
Wemby.
Right over Wemby. Like, and I was
Yeah,
surprised that Wemby came with the double. Like you would have thought he would have camped out in the paint to grab a rebound, but no, like he came up and he was just like, oh,
yeah,
I'm gonna help a Fox trap Brunson. And oh, it turned out to be the wrong thing. I mean, it's always the wrong thing when you're 7'4" and you're not in
right,
the paint for a rebound. But even that, like he still got it over him. And Brunson hit one earlier to bring the game to one over him. So
Yeah.
like we kind of probably should have just went down and tried to get a rebound or something. But here we are today.
So and we're going to touch on other aspects of the game too. But I mean, for right now, there's a little bit of focus right now with OG because everyone is talking about it. I mean, I
Right.
see it all over LinkedIn, the Wall Street Journal. They're talking about it. I mean, right after the game, I saw it on CNN. They talking about the Knicks game. I mean,
CNN is
it's really nuts,
crazy.
man. Yeah, insane. And the and that's that's why I say like, yo, my new favorite superhero is OG Ananobi. It's not Iron Man, it's not Black Panther, it's OG Ananobi. That's super OG. And
Super
because
OG.
for one, they didn't defend the inbounds where OG inbounded that to Brunson,
Right.
and then Brunson, what was it like 7 seconds on the clock if
So
I'm not mistaken.
about 7 seconds.
Yeah, so Brunson didn't really waste a lot of time. He went in and takes a shot, takes a three, and then OG like I don't know, something instinctive. Like he told him, like, "Yo, I gotta go for this now." He's
Man.
running from the baseline, my guy. He's running
Yeah.
from the baseline all the way down the middle and comes and
Full steam ahead.
the perfect timing for that to know where the ball is gonna bounce. How do you even practice that?
You don't. It's pure playoff instincts. It's like because of the angle, like, and remember, OG has like a 7'2" wingspan on top of
Yeah,
being like five. What? Excuse me, I said five. I'm 5'6". OG is was
yeah,
like six. Is what 6'8", 6'9",
yeah.
with a 7'2" wingspan. Like he
Right.
used every bit of that to like reach over and get that tip back in. Like it's literally just him being relentless on the glass. Like he alluded to it in his presser. He said that Brown told him, "Hey, I need you to grab boards," and
Right.
that's what he did. He went there, he got the boards that he needed to get tonight, and that was the biggest one out of all of them.
Yo, and I, I ain't gonna lie, man. I teared up like when I
No,
saw
I cried. I cried.
when I saw the way like Cat hugged OG right after. I was like, yo, that hit. I felt that emotion. Like I felt that
Yo,
in my heart. Like I teared. I didn't get to full waterworks, but I was. It was there. The
yo,
tears were there because I was like, yo,
it's because you believe and you put so much into it,
right.
and like they really embody like the belief of everybody at this
Mm,
point in the season, right? We believe in this team. We believe in their ability to do the impossible, and time after time, like they just keep giving us more reason to believe. And it's breaking away trauma. Like you got guys like Stephen A. Smith who couldn't even watch the last seconds of the game. He put his head down, praying. Like it's
yeah.
okay. He prayed. At least he did something
Yeah.
positive.
Well, yeah. At least he's doing that. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like, come on, like this is not your Knicks. This is the Knicks
Right.
of this generation. It's
Exactly.
not all that old stuff, and they just keep giving us something to believe in, and especially in the climate that we're in today, like this is what sports does. This is why like everything has to be kept out of sports. It's the purity of the game that like allows you to like release everything else that you got going on.
So there was actually a meme that I saw, and I believe I shared it within the Knickline, but
Mm,
so after the game, it was a picture of Josh Hart, and I'm kind of paraphrasing now, but it said
uh-huh.
like he took the biggest sigh of relief after you know after what OG did to really save the game
Right.
because those may not be aware. There was a point. I think there was a steal that Josh Hart. He was playing off the turnover. He has the ball full head of steam. He's pretty much by himself. He's going down the court, and I'm thinking he's gonna dunk that thing.
Right.
And he kind of just kind of I don't know, kind of floats it in. I guess best way I could describe it. But then
Right.
it hits the back of the rim and bounces out. And I'm like, first thing I think about is Patrick Ewing in the playoffs against Indiana,
Right.
where the missed finger roll. And I'm like, are, is this is our destiny? Like this is how it's gonna end? Like, come on, man. So I know Josh Hart was feeling away, man. So he even talked about it in the presser, like in the post game, where he was like, he owes OG, he saved him from a lifetime of regret.
Yeah.
Is the way he saved the game. Because I don't know, like I think because when I was watching the replay of that shot,
Right.
it looked like Josh Hart didn't know what to do. I don't think he took
Right.
a good step to dunk it.
It was a little bit far out. You're right.
Yeah. So that he couldn't decide whether to dunk it or to lay it up, and it looked like he was caught in between. Because he even still it like show you can see it in his face. He's like, "Oh man, I messed this up," and and he yeah, like I said, it just took a bad bounce and it rimmed out. And I'm like, "Yo, what in the world is happening?" Um, so so thankfully, we're able to preserve, still maintain that win, and kind of prevent that catastrophe going down that way.
Right.
Um, so shifting focus, from that final shot, to the grueling work required, to climb out of a 29 point a second half hole. Um, so at halftime, the Knicks were down, 76-49. San Antonio just set a finals record with like 14 first half threes, which is ridiculous. Um,
Right.
but in the second half, the Knicks completely turned the tables, holding the Spurs to about 30 total points. What structural defensive adjustments did New York make to choke out the Spurs perimeter game and drag themselves back into it?
Um, I from what I saw last night, De'Aaron Fox was getting to the middle. He was getting downhill quite a bit. Um, on the Knicks guards and wings. And I think one of the biggest changes outside of adding Jose Alvarado and having him pick up 94 feet was that the Knicks really implemented like a no middle. Like when I say absolutely no middle, and this is actually a defense that I utilize when I coach with my kids, shell defense when they came out at halftime. They stopped helping off the corners. They stayed, to the shooter's hips. They that allows for Fox to be isolated and have to work instead of like getting that penetration that he wants, and he has to settle on the perimeter. Um, what this does is it takes away the time off the shot clock because he's not getting that penetration now. There's no off ball movement for their wings to utilize, and this allowed you know for the Knicks not only to climb back but to disrupt what they were doing in the first half, which was like just bombing away from three. I think
Hmm.
they made about like 15 threes in that first half, which was a lot,
14.
or
Yeah.
14 rather.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was a lot to make. But implementing a no middle shuttle defense and just sitting there and not allowing any ball penetration, and the wings that they have, the shooters that they have, they're not really guys that create off the bounce. Like they're not secondary playmakers. Like they depend on a guard in order to create from them. That's why De'Aaron is so important to them. But that was like the biggest change that I saw coming out of halftime, just that defense and the looks that it gave.
Yeah. And to the point, yeah. First half they made 14 3-point shots, and then come the second half, they thought they could continue that trend, and they got to a point, and even Charles Barkley in the post game on TNT, I mean, excuse me, well, ESPN now. It's
Right,
crazy. I keep forgetting that they moved over, but
right,
but Charles Barkley talked about it, and he was kind of ripping them in a rant in a bit, saying that they missed like what 8 or 9 consecutive threes in the second half, and they
right,
just kept shooting and bricking, and it just reminded me of last season, last postseason when the Knicks played the Celtics, and the Celtics seem to play with this sort of arrogance where they just kept jacking up threes. Yeah, it may have worked the first half, but then the second half they thought they could just continue that trend, and it backfired on them.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, we kind of saw that again, where I guess the Spurs were trying to be they were a little too reliant on that, and then
A little
um,
arrogant. Yeah.
and the Knicks were able to come out and take advantage of that. Get some points, get some stops as well, and and really score for those. They start chipping away, just getting that lead down, just really just methodically working their way down to get the lead down.
Right. Yeah. There was just a lot that went into that comeback. The turnovers also cut down quite a bit from the Knicks. I think Jalen only finished with 3 turnovers. I think the highest that they had was 3 turnovers, like the whole game from a player. Um, in terms of just the their fortitude and on offense, Brunson and OG, they just didn't let them fade away. Like that second quarter, like I think Brunson had about 12 points, and
Hmm.
that really kind of just kept them in a mode where they were fighting, um, and it's I think the phrase that I want to look for is that they took their lumps, but they continued pushing, and like that's why I really wasn't like too stressed at halftime, even though like it looked really ugly. um I feel that when just kind of keeping themselves at a distance, like it's crazy to say, right? Because like I'm thinking about it in my head as I'm saying it. um it's hard like to not to like think that like, oh, they're down 20, they have a shot. Like you don't say
Right.
that with a team. Like that's crazy for me to like to even say, but like I knew they had a chance, and it was just the way that like they were competing. Like Jalen was competing the whole entire time. There was not one time he didn't compete offensively or defensively. So
Right.
that's kind of where I seen the surge started taking place.
Yeah, and to that, the Knicks. I mean, they've shown that pretty much all season, right? I mean, they just don't quit. I mean, yeah, it may not be what you want as far as the way the scoreboard was looking. So, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like the halftime score was crazy.
Yeah, the chat. Yeah, the chat.
76 to 49. I was like, what are we doing?
Right.
So that was crazy to take, but no, man. Yeah, they stuck with it. They still kept pushing, kept fighting, and for one, and even Brunson talked about it. And when as he was with Shaq and the rest of the guys after the game, he said, he believed. They just continued to believe, and they just kept pushing
Right.
it and really just working that lead down. And I was talking to my brother earlier, and we was talking about the game, and we was saying like, yo, like a 15-point lead now is not as insurmountable as it used to be back in the day. It's not a death sentence
Mhm.
as it was, back in the day. Like, especially the way the 3-point shot is being featured now in the NBA. Yo,
Right.
you hit a couple threes, man, you back in the game.
Exactly.
So, you know, that's why it's so important. Like, yeah, for one to not get too complacent, even if you have a big lead, because it's very easy for a team to get back in it. And you really gotta keep playing right to the end. Like just because you got a big lead doesn't mean the game's over. Especially when there's that much time. We got a whole half left. That's a lot of time.
A lot of
You
time.
know. So I mean, yeah, you gotta, like I said, you should be working, getting 30, 40 point lead or whatever. Just continuing to ramp that lead up until the game is over. And I think that's probably one of the downfalls for San Antonio. Um, which led to them losing. But also part of that too is that so on the flip side with San Antonio, they completely panicked under
Uh-huh.
pressure. Selling for like quick perimeter shots instead of feeding Victor Wembanyama inside. But I think that the biggest blunder came under 15 seconds left, like up one with the shot clock off. De'Aaron Fox, he tried to push, for a fast break layup instead of throwing the ball out and forcing the Knicks to foul. So OG
Right.
tracked him down. and for the big, I'll say get the game saving block too. I mean, that was
It
another
was
game
a,
saver.
that was a never, yeah. And it's just, you know what's so funny about it? Um, I think there's like a sound issue. Like I've seen it a couple of times in the chat.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm picking it up on my end too.
is it me? Let me try. Let me take off the headphones real quick.
Hmm. I didn't pick up any audio from you.
How about now?
Oh, I hear you now.
Okay. Do you hear any static?
No.
Okay, cool. So we'll rock out like this. Maybe
All
it's these
right.
headphones. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, 'cause we
Okay.
never had that before.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, we never had that before, but
so
it's all right. I want everybody to have better experience. I was trying to figure it out while like we were talking, but all
gotcha.
right, where what was the
Yeah,
point that I was just
yeah. So yeah, we was talking about the block, the game saving block by OG
right?
on our
Yeah,
Fox.
the so that's man, that's up there with LeBron. Like I don't care what
Mm,
anybody says.
mm,
That's up there with LeBron. Like just to think about like it literally said like the Knicks could have been down three and having to be forced to take a three-point shot to like tie the game and then like that tip didn't want to matter and then we're having a whole completely different conversation in terms of like oh that's a horrible shot by Brunson. So
right,
I think um that block it has to be one of the greatest blocks in like NBA Finals history. You know, it was a massive block. It changed the tide and it gave us hope. Like, but I think what was eerie about it is like you recognize like oh crap he blocked them, but like you weren't thinking about that. You were thinking about like we still got to score. We still got to get up ahead. You know what I mean?
right. Um, it was so. I honestly I think that kind of shows maybe their, as far as the Spurs, maybe their inexperience.
Oh, definitely, 100%. Because you don't
Because
no
yeah,
you pull
because
the ball out.
yeah, because like in a situation like that, what are you doing? You should be
Yeah,
just running to the baseline. Let the Knicks come and foul you because the time is on your side. You have the
right.
lead.
Well, I mean, you heard him. I don't know if you heard him in his presser, De'Aaron Fox, he goes, and it's crazy. Everybody is butchering his name. They keep calling him DeAndre.
DeAndre.
But yeah, they keep calling him DeAndre.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm just like, yo, y'all been covering basketball too long to be butchering folks' names. But
Yeah, that's
De'Aaron,
terrible.
he goes in his presser, um, that he he wanted to score so that the Knicks were forced to shoot a three. And I'm just like, no, that's still idiotic. You could have got fouled and did that by running around.
Right.
You know what
Yeah,
I
but
mean? Just not thinking. And it's his
no.
first time in the playoffs, even though he's a 9 year vet. It's first time think not being this deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a great point you said because yeah, I mean, yeah, Darren Fox is not a rookie. He
Right,
has been in the league, for some time now. He is a vet, so I actually expected better from him. Um, whether play of experience or not, man. I mean, you're still. I'm sure he's been in countless situations where end of game situations where that's how you play and how you handle. It's really just clock management
right.
towards the end. So I thought that was um, very poor clock management on De'Aaron Fox's part. And one thing, man, I just want to say something really to the
Hmm.
NBA. Shame on you, NBA, for putting OG Ananobi on the second team all defense. He should have been on the
Shame.
first. He should have been on the first all defense team. What are we doing? My man runs down. OG runs down the court, blocks his
Right,
shot, and then on the other end now he goes and gets the game winning tipping. What more do you want from this guy?
right.
What more
What
do you
what
need to
more
see?
what more do you want from me?
Oh my gosh, man.
It's giving Tyrese from Baby Boy. No, it's a lot going on, but like I feel like the league will definitely treat the Knicks a lot different um next year. In terms of um just respecting just from this run and then the respect that these Knicks players are building from it. So
Right.
I don't expect to see Jalen Brunson on a second team um, All NBA. Neither do I expect OG to be on a second team NBA defense.
And he needs to be an all-star.
He
OG,
does.
and
It's
he needs
about
to be an
time.
all-star. Yeah, I don't understand why he's not an
It's
all-star
about time.
already.
Yeah, like
Uh,
I mean, like you see the game, like it's just, and his game is so simple too. It's just like he just does everything kind of right. Like he's kind of one of those guys that are just made to play basketball.
yeah, and, and and what I love about OG is that he's efficient. Like
Right.
if you look at his stat line, he was like
Yeah,
10
you
for
want like 10 for
15.
15.
Yeah, 10 for 50 from the field, 7 from 9 from 3.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bro, like
Like,
you can't
like
ask
what
for
more do you want?
he hustles on he plays immaculate defense. He hustles, man. I
Right.
mean, he jumps, like I'm telling you that play, it looked like he flew. Like it looked like he
Yeah.
flew from the free throw line to get that. Um, no, man, he no really. I gotta give OG. Now we're not done. Still got one more to get. So but at the same time, still want to recognize the moment, but not getting
Right.
too ahead of ourselves. Still got one more game to get done.
Right.
On Saturday in San Antonio. And, San Antonio, they're gonna be ready, man.
Right.
They're not gonna roll over. So
I'm a little scared for our boys in terms of their their safety a bit because I mean like what the stuff we
mm,
these fans were doing these
yeah,
they're not
yeah,
fans. We're not gonna acknowledge them as fans. That's one thing
yeah,
we're not gonna do. Like these idiots were doing, and over there they got a different climate, and you know what I mean by different climate.
yeah.
So I
Absolutely.
definitely
I
I'm definitely praying for our guys when they're over there that they're safe and they come home safe.
exactly. Yeah. No, I wholeheartedly agree. I definitely thought about that. They're going to Texas. Going back to Texas. It's gonna be rowdy, man. And a lot of Spurs fans they saw the video out in New York. You know, you know, so what was happening after the game. So they didn't forget that. So yeah, Gabby, and that's what I'm saying. Like I don't condone that stuff, man. I don't.
Right,
I mean, I'm all for like trash talking this and that. Just within the game, within reason. But man, I am not for putting hands on another person just because they're wearing a different jersey. I mean, to me, that's
right,
stupid. So we really got to cut that out. And also too, like, why are you destroying property like where you live? Like, why are you destroying your own city? To me,
right.
that's really nonsense. So that
It's
stuff
yeah,
I don't acknowledge. So but yeah, but so with that said, just what happened during games 3 and 4 after the games, yeah, really gotta yeah, I did think about that, just make sure that that the Knicks players, everyone involved, fans, just stay safe and because it's gonna be crazy, especially when the Knicks win. Because I do believe the Knicks gonna win this on Saturday. I think Knicks are really gonna come in with the mentality of the closeout Knicks mentality as they've done
right.
all postseason. I'm not saying that the Knicks are gonna blow them out by 50, but at the same time, they're going to um they see the moment and they're gonna finish it off. They got to finish it.
55 people were arrested last night. That's that's
Oh
wild. Yeah,
yeah,
the chat we got. Jalen said that in the chat. Wow,
yeah. That's yeah. I
that's
mean,
like that's so stupid. Like, why are you getting arrested for something? It's like whether you win or lose, you want to like destroy stuff. Like, be for real.
yeah. They but you see, that's the thing is like those type of people. They're just looking for a reason to destroy stuff.
Right. Like they just
That
it's projection. It's like they're just using whatever they have going on in life. And that's why what I said earlier, like, like a lot of this next run is like um it's connected to people's personal lives and like what like the joy the Knicks bring them, the hope the Knicks bring them. Like certain people really don't know emotional management.
yeah,
They don't have intelligence. They don't have maturity. So it's like makes us all look bad at the end. Like I had to tell a couple of my friends last night, like because they were just like, "Oh, Nick fans shouldn't celebrate." Are you dumb?
yeah.
I'm
Right,
gonna celebrate. You're crazy out your mind. I'm gonna celebrate. Like, don't
yeah,
lump me in like with
right.
those characters. Like, if I didn't put hands on you, though, like, don't let's not
Exactly.
let's not yeah let's not do that. Like you
Yeah,
guys are
yeah,
smothering.
let's not go down that road. So the next thing I want to talk about is, what led to what another factor that led to the big comeback for the Knicks, and that involves, of course, OG, of course, but also Jalen Brunson and Jose Alvarado. Um, so we've seen, a comeback like this requires, elite collective effort, but with these three guys completely defined the second half. Jalen Brunson, he poured in 36 points to silence the isolation heavy critics because, people were on
Right.
about that. OG Ananobi put together, as we talked about earlier, 33-point two-way masterclass. Again, he should
Yes.
be on first all defense. So get it right, NBA. And Jose Alvarado was an absolute menace off the bench. So we want to talk about, like, how this trio, and if you will, Vincent, if you could just break down how this trio combined to spark the team when everything looked, completely lost.
Um. Well, I'll start with Brunson. Brunson, I just can't like stress enough how much he competed. Um, it was just a dog like mentality that he had. Like
Mm,
you could see it. Like he didn't have a great first quarter, but that second quarter he had 12, or 14 actually, because he finished with he had 16 going into half, but he only scored two in that first quarter. Um, you see him getting in passing lanes. You see him being honest and his assignment in terms of defense. He was getting out. He was putting the defense on their heels. He really systematically dismantled the drop coverage that they were in, and he was able to slow down the pace by hitting a lot of tough mid range, looking for guys. He finished with 7 assists. When we get to OG, we talk about him being a workhorse, the two-way
hmm
player, and
Yep.
just like bombing away from three, like seven
Yes.
three-pointers. Like, Lord have mercy. Like, and they were, and
Yeah.
I tell people this all the time. Like, if your shot goes in and it's quiet, that's a beautiful shot. And a lot
Mm,
of those shots that he was shooting had a soft touch on them from the corners, and this was something I heard Lou Will say early this morning, when I was doing my content binging.
yeah.
He's not scared of Wimby. Like, no matter what it is,
No.
like if it's facing up and shooting a three over him or
Yeah.
taking him to the rim, throwing his shoulder in and dunking over top, he's absolutely not scared of Wimby. And
He ain't
that's
scared
a
of Wemby.
different kind of defender or defender that you get with Wimby. You know what I'm saying? Um, Wimby doesn't necessarily have to guard people that are going to challenge him consistently like that. And you seen he had trouble with Cat
Yes.
when Cat was doing that. Now OG's doing it. It's a different matchup because he's smaller, he's faster, but he's just as strong, if not stronger than Wimby.
Definitely. He has a much
It's a
bigger
hard
body.
cover.
Yeah.
It's a hard
Yeah.
cover for him. And then Jose Alvarado, the absolute spark plug, man. Like
Yeah.
he embodies every
Jose.
bit of Brooklyn, like
Yes, sir.
of NYC street ball tournaments, like whatever tournament you want to name, Rucker, Dykeman, City is Mine. Like he represents every last bit of grit, like from just getting in there, mixing it up with Wimby, pretty much or like body slamming him.
Yeah, I
Like
saw that.
it was like
I saw
a
that.
5'9" enforcer the
He
whole
got it.
time
He
he
got
was
his
in the
look back
game.
for Brunson.
And then like he was able to be like a release valve too for Brunson. He was
Yeah.
able to be that secondary ball handler that they needed. Like that was one thing I did bring up in the pregame yesterday is that
Yep.
the Knicks needed to find somebody that Wemby would guard that they can get the ball to and allow them to initiate offense so that Brunson can play off ball. And that's what
Exactly.
Jose Alvarado did. Like again, credit to Mike Brown. Like he played like 14 guys in the first quarter.
Bro.
They're trying to figure out what was
He he
going on.
he he was going through that roster like, all right, let me try you, Deuce. Oh, you ain't doing nothing. All right, sit down. All
Yeah,
right, Clarkson, let me try you, brother. You
he
stumbling and bubbling. All right, I'm take you back out. All right, Jose, like, come on. Okay, Jose's working. Let me leave you in
he went through that roster
there.
more than I go through tissue at BBQ on Friday night game nights.
Yo,
Like, yo,
I
that
mean,
judge was crazy.
you would have thought it was a preseason game the way he was going through the bench, bro.
Shoot, like just like it's your turn, get in there, get in there. Like
Yeah.
it was great. Like all I was just waiting for Coley to get his shot, but and then the crazy thing is that combo of Alvarado and Brunson has never been played by the Knicks, and now they're a plus 21 on the court.
And and exactly, man, because and we talked about that in the pregame is that
Hmm.
the way that Brunson is being guarded, from each end of the court, bring it up and it's wearing him down.
Right.
So by the time he does cross half court, then you start working into like single digits of the shot clock. Now you got to try to
Hmm.
rush a shot or rush a play, and it's not a good look. And then sometimes Brunson he may throw up a bad shot. It doesn't really look good. So we need to get the ball out of Brunson's hands. Another person, another player that could, another ball handler, bring the ball up, kind of control the offense, and then maybe get to a set play or get a Brunson. But after you cross the half court line,
Right.
so thankfully, yeah, we was able to see that Jose Alvarado was able to serve in that role and really give that lift, that support for Brunson that he needed. And I think that, of course, as we saw, it was a net positive for the Knicks.
Right. Yeah, like it's just man, like and then you can see how emotional he was. Like he dropped the F bomb talking to Alan
Yes.
Hahn in the post
Yes.
game. And it's just like, yo, like, man, everybody's all out of whack. Like, whatever stoicism, whatever mannerisms, like the Knicks are making you losing right now. Like, even me, like, I gotta go and apologize to Threads because I definitely was unhinged, man. Like,
Yo,
you gotta think about it. It's like 20. It's like I was a Knicks fan. Like, I fully became a Knicks fan at the age of 9. I'm 36, so like that's like 27 years. Yeah,
mhm.
it's a lot of it's a lot I have to get out.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
man.
mean?
We've had a lot of trauma.
Yeah,
We've seen a lot of losing.
yeah.
Um, well, no, and it's just unreal, man. Like we're one win away, bro.
It's one
We're
win
we're
away.
we're one win away. The only time that I've seen the Knicks win championships was when I played on 2K. That's it. Cause I
Yo,
be so mad, yo. I'm like, I'm making the Knicks win all these games and win a chip. Cause that was it. That was like my only reality at that point was
right,
to have the Knicks win that through a simulation.
right,
Um, yeah, it's gonna be unreal, man. And that's what I say. Of course, the Knicks. I'm sure they're excited. They may not show it, but
right,
they realize the moment, but at the same time, they still need to lock in. It's still one more game. They still need to get that. They're gonna go back into Texas. It's
right.
gonna be intense. It's gonna be crazy. So they really need to sit together. And I don't know what it is, especially throughout these playoffs. To me, I think the Knicks even play better when they're on the road.
They
I
do.
think playing away from MSG is better for them, where they don't have the distractions of all the celebrities this and that. I mean, of course, outside of the traveling celebrities who always come like Fat Joe, Ben Stiller, and all them. But outside of that, man, like I think when you have that, like the "it's all we got" mentality,
Right.
I think that's I've seen the Knicks how they thrive. So I don't think playing on the road bothers them. I think they're more connected and more focused when they're on the road. Like, what are your thoughts?
No, I definitely agree. Like, I think at one point in the season, they had a better road record than they did home record, and
Mm,
people were saying that they couldn't win at home or something along those lines. But um, no, I definitely agree with those sentiments. Like, they're more locked in, they're more in tune. There's not that pause like of relief, like, oh yeah, we're home, we're here. Like I could do other like my normal routines and things like that. They're more connected, they're more on the string, and um they're completely like unbothered, in terms of like adversity, because it's just like, this is what we do.
right.
So yeah, no, I definitely agree with those sentiments that they definitely are a lot more comfortable on the road than at home.
Absolutely. And so before we close out, I just want to highlight uh, some of the comments here in the chat. I'm gonna
Mhm.
show it on the screen here. So we got look like Yamini. Well, she's this is the old lady show or her tag handle. Um, from the Knickline. So yeah, she says like, yeah, we're in here. So we're in here, champ. Knickline represent. You're. uh,
Love it.
we got Jaylene says my guys. Uh, Knickline
It's my
here
turn right there.
representing Knickline. Uh, what else we got? She says I scared the family show out of my 2 year old twins with a screen I let out.
Yo, that's so funny.
That is hilarious, man.
Oh man.
We got Michael Laderman says, "How about we don't get down by 29 next game?" Yeah, I
Hey,
look.
I agree with you.
I would prefer that, man. I would prefer we don't have to do this because
Right.
it is hard on the heart, man. Like
It really is.
watching them do these big comebacks, and it's not always guaranteed, right? Like you can't always depend on it because sometimes it does exert a lot of energy out of you, out of the whole team, when you're
Right.
trying to work and really work to get stops, and then you on the other on the offensive end to make shots, and it's just a lot, man. So yeah, so I was disappointed with the way the Knicks started out, especially in the first quarter, because yeah,
Right.
it was like 40 something to 20 something at the end of the first quarter. I didn't like that, and and then you could hear a pin drop in the garden. It was so quiet, and the game just started, and it happened so fast because San Antonio was not missing their threes.
Yeah, that was ungodly. Like that was
Yeah,
like like I mean we seen it before with like the Celtics and stuff, but it's just like I'm like, what? Like, why now? Like,
yeah,
and I don't really think the Knicks were that discombobulated defensively for them. Like, they just were unconscious, like shooting. Like,
yeah.
what's the kid's name? Devin Vassell. Like, he hit like a sideways three with his feet like pointing towards the other side
Yeah,
of the court.
it was ridiculous shots, bro. Like
Yeah,
it was absurd. Um,
yeah,
the shots, yeah, but as we saw the second half, they stopped going in because that was not sustainable. Um,
no, it's not. And then they were honestly tired by the third quarter. Like you could
yeah,
see like their legs started to drag. And like I noticed it because like Brunson had a hop in his step and they weren't matching it defensively. So that's how he was able to start going downhill in that third quarter.
right.
So
Um, let me see what else. So Yamini says, yeah, he said we were all up with you. We couldn't sleep. Yeah, like I said, I couldn't I couldn't sleep until after 2 a.m.
I could
This morning. My whole schedule today was so
I was
jacked up.
just 4:30, man. And then I went to go shoot like before this and then get ready. So like and I'm still like hot and like sweating. Like I'm like
Yeah.
it's just like
And to I don't know how it is over there, but like today here in Maryland, it's really hot today.
yeah,
So
it's hot. Yeah, it's muggy out. Like
yeah,
it's nasty.
I went out to get my workout in. I didn't even do a run this time. I just did a walk because I was just too.
Right.
But yeah, I stepped outside. I was like, "Yo, it is hot."
Yeah.
So,
No, yeah, it's hot. Yeah.
um, I think she's replying to Michael. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Our hearts cannot take this stress. Yeah, yeah. And she was talking about having the big lead, not going down big to start the games. Yeah, yeah. Like I mean, we just talked about it. I mean, it's a lot. It exerts a lot of work, a lot of energy, for the Knicks to do that, to make those comebacks. So I would
Right.
prefer we don't go down big. So,
Yeah.
um, Jalen says it's the most talked game.
Yeah.
There was something I saw. Actually, I saw it on LinkedIn where they talked about like some of the stats for this year's playoffs. Like it's like this year, especially like this finals, is breaking
Hmm.
records as far as viewership, and of course, money coming in and everything like that. But yeah, to me, I'm not surprised because if you look at last year, it was Indiana and OKC. Who
Right.
who's watching that, man?
Right. The tumbleweeds is watching that.
Yeah, could care less. And then they didn't even have the normal the Larry O'Brien designs on the court. Cause
Right.
that's when they took it off. I'm like, why did they take off the trophy?
Right.
So I thought that whole finals was weird.
Hmm.
And I shared this before. I believe the NBA is good when the Knicks are good. When you have
Right.
teams like the Knicks, the Lakers, the Celtics, like these big market teams, when they're doing well, the NBA is going to do well because those are the teams that people, even like your casuals, they're gonna
Right.
know. Okay, oh, the Knicks are playing. Okay, all right. Oh, the Celtics playing. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if those teams are doing well, especially going making these deep runs in the playoffs, it is going to draw more eyeballs to your diehards and your casuals of the NBA.
Right. Yeah, you're definitely right. I mean, they say when the Knicks are good, it's good for the NBA. And
Hmm.
look at it, like they probably made like an extra like 10 billion off the Knicks being in the finals this year. Like
Oh
New
yeah.
York probably made an extra 10 billion,
Oh
like
yeah.
on top of like us having the World Cup over here.
Yo, it's gonna be busy, man. I mean, it's already crazy, and like so
Man,
much
I'm
stuff is
scared to go
happening.
outside. Like I don't even like want to go into the city because I'm
Yeah.
scared I'm gonna get trapped. Like and they're gonna like it's $100 to get home.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, Yeah, I mean, he says we invested our entire lives to be able to have that moment yesterday.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, I
Uh,
definitely agree with that.
the Nick line was full of prayer warriors. Yeah, shout out to the Most High. Shout out to us for keeping our faith high. Yes, absolutely.
They was
Um,
in there laying hands.
yo, shout out to those who went and saged the garden after game three. Who
Right.
cleansed the garden
Cleansed.
after game three because we needed that. Um,
Right. The prayer warriors. You seen the old lady who put like a picture of Jalen Brunson next to her candles?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I
there's a
gotta.
video of a lady like a old lady. She took it, she did like the cross, and then she put it down like next to the saints. And I was just like, hey, whatever it takes right now.
All right,
If that's how we're gonna get through, that's your positive, you'll send it.
let's do it.
We're
Whatever it
there.
takes. And last one here, I'll show. And this is from Jaylene. She says, "Game five is ours."
I
And
agree with you. Game 5 is ours.
And I think that's a perfect segue into our last segment here. So as we pivot into Saturday night's matchup as the series heads back to San Antonio, with the Knicks, they hold a commanding 3-1 lead. So the Knicks are now just one single win away from breaking a 53-year championship drought. Heading back to Texas, that psychological damage on the young Spurs. The young Spurs team is going to be must be immense. So
Right.
Vin, like, what do the Knicks need to carry over into Game Five to really just shut the door of any hopes of any San Antonio resurrection and bring that Larry O'Brien trophy back to New York?
I think the Knicks have to really bring the mentality that they've had in closing out the Hawks, the Sixers, and the Cavaliers, and sensing that blood is in the water. Like right now, like I don't care what they say over there on San Antonio side, like they have to like be wrecked. Like their minds have to be all over the place. Like if the Knicks can get Carl Anthony Towns like active early and get Victor, um, you know, having to guard on the perimeter, pick up some fouls. Even Stephen Castle had a lot of fouls last night too. Like he had five.
Yeah, yeah,
If the Knicks can get their big guns going and just be locked in defensively and get back to like making the Spurs turn over the ball and generating a bunch of turnovers, we're going to see our first championship we've seen in 53 years. Like if they can limit the turnovers,
yeah.
um, they're going to see their first championship in 53 years. And man, I'm already trying to think about like where I'm gonna watch it. Like I really feel like I want to watch it with my nephew and create that core memory, like
Mm,
and really like push like yo, you got to watch the games or the.
yeah.
But I also too because like my nephew is so like low energy and like I'm like you know, like I kind of want to be around people that have like that energy.
Yeah, you want somebody to match it, right?
Yeah, the match it. So I might bring him and then bring like other friends together. We might go somewhere Saturday, but yeah, like I think that's what the Knicks have to do. Just really um jump on the Spurs early and take advantage of the fact that they're in a vulnerable place mentally in terms of whether they can really mount this comeback.
Yeah, I agree. And we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier as well. Yeah, the Knicks, I think they need to switch. As we got that win, we're up 3-1. We're knocking on the door. I think it's time to turn on the closeout Knicks. As you just shared, as what we've seen all through the playoffs, throughout the Eastern Conference. And again, this is not me saying that we're gonna blow them out by 50 or nothing crazy like that, but
Right,
just that the Knicks gonna have the mentality to say like, no, we are winning this game. We're gonna finish this out tonight. We're not gonna play with our food, because
right.
I really hate the narratives like some folks. I've listened to ESPN radio and some folks who called in saying like, like want the Knicks to do it in six so they can win in the Garden, bro.
Nobody got
No,
time for the aesthetics. Like, no,
no,
this is not no cute, like, oh,
right,
I want to go there and get in my Knicks celebration picture. No, we close it out and you can come to the parade.
right,
We could do it
exactly.
like that. Like,
You don't mess around because
like we
then
don't mess around. No,
if you have an opportunity to close out a team, you close out a team. I don't care if it's at
right,
home or if it's away. You close it out. Whatever game that is, that's it. Done. Um, because again, there's no guarantee you're gonna win the next one.
right.
I still have nightmares, and well, different sport here, but still have nightmares. Baseball, where the Yankees were up 3-0 against the Red Sox, and they let the
Yo,
Red Sox come all the way up and beat them, and they went on to win the World Series. So
that's like the worst thing that like sports
yeah.
wise that's probably happened to me. And I'm a Cowboys fan and I've experienced a lot of bad stuff with the Cowboys. So like seeing that, yeah, that was hard. Like I've never like no, that's the like that made me hate Boston even more, even though they're not that great like anymore. But like,
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, that's man, you sprung on some
Yeah.
trauma.
So that's what I mean is like, we finish it out, whatever
Yeah,
game that
finish it
is.
out.
So in this case for us is game five. Finish it game five, done. Get this chip. Um, I just can't wait to see just the reactions on the court, especially like for the OG Knicks. Talk
Right.
about Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, um, Trust Freewell, John Starks, LJ.
Yeah.
We saw Charlie Ward. He was at
Yeah,
the
Charlie
game last
Ward,
night as
yeah.
well.
It sucks
Um,
that
I,
Oakley's not going to be there, man. Like, it really does
uh,
suck. Like, you're saying
maybe
that, and that's all I can kind of think about. Like, the Oaks nigga's
maybe
not going to
somebody
be
could
there.
zoom him in, to get him on a Zoom call and. No,
Yeah,
yeah, no, it does stink. Yeah, I wish they were able to kind of patch things up already by now.
yeah.
Because yeah, he does need to be there. Oakley does need. I think he needs to experience the moment as well.
Well,
Um,
I mean, being that they're going to be in San Antonio, I mean, like,
he
what's
should
to
be
say
able to go because
he should be
he,
able to go?
yeah, he does. Well, Dolan can't stop him from going to
Yeah,
another
you can't
team's
stop him.
arena.
Yeah,
He
I don't think
so
that.
so actually it may work out better. Maybe yeah, he can go to
Yeah,
San Antonio and
and
take
do
it
that.
in.
I mean, he went to Cleveland and he was there and he got to chop it up with his people. So like, he knows how to.
Yeah,
Yeah, he'll get his way going, but hope I want that for the Oaks there. You know,
yeah.
definitely a childhood favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, I really look forward to that. My father's favorite player watching Knicks was Patrick Ewing. So yeah,
Right.
I love to see, Ewing's reaction, just his emotions through it. And also and even going back even further, Clyde Frazier, just to see what his reaction is going to be. Um
I wonder, do they get rings? Because like I think like most former Knicks are employed by MSG
So yeah, so
or the team.
Patrick
He
Ewing would
would
get
get
a
a
ring.
ring, right?
Yeah, Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston. Yeah, he's an employee, of course. Starks. Uh, I think LJ is on the payroll. I have to double
Think
check.
so?
I think so. I have to double
Yeah.
check. But those other players I mentioned, I know for sure they're on. they're on the
Right.
Knicks payroll.
Like
So
I don't
yeah,
know
so
if
they
Marbury is because Marbury got his own thing going.
Marbury, no, I don't believe he's
No,
on.
Tim Tom is
Um,
definitely not that bozo.
no,
I'm
no, sir.
I'm not a fan of Tim
No, no,
Thomas.
no, sir.
No,
he's
like he,
he's not getting a ring.
no, he's
Um,
not.
but
um,
no, yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I just love to see them get it, man, and
yeah,
and really just turn the tide, man. I mean, there's so many storylines that will come out from this, and just really just cleansing the Knicks, the public perception of the Knicks, right? Everyone it's always
right,
been like LOL Knicks, and you know, and rightfully so, I'd say honestly, because we've had some really bad management for a long time.
right,
So I can't dispute that, but just really shout out Leon Rose. He should have been executive of the year. I mean, be able to make the moves that he's made to really turn the Knicks around. I have to recognize, uh, Tom Thibodeau. You know, he
right,
the catalyst to really turn this ship around and to get the Knicks to where they are now. Unfortunately, couldn't get us. We got close last year, but the Knicks manager made a move and got in Mike Brown, and we're one win away. So yeah, man, it's like I said, it's really going to change. I believe perceptions of how the Knicks are being viewed, and yeah, and when we talk about like free agency, like when players look into places that where they want to go and where legitimately where they feel like they could win a championship, they're going to look at New York. New York is going to be on that list.
right.
Um,
And
so
that all
yeah,
starts, yeah, that all starts with the cap, man. Him giving up all that money and bringing
yeah,
guys in. It shows the and I'm so happy he had that game yesterday because I mean all these narratives that were running around about him being selfish and taking all these shots in game
yeah,
three because he wanted to be the MVP and he was afraid Cat was going to steal it from him
yeah.
and all
That's
this
weird.
and
That's crazy.
just for the guy to come out and the first thing he says is that he had a friend pass away.
Mm,
He's playing with a heavy heart. Could have been selfish because you can tell it took him some time to answer the first question.
right,
It was about a 20-second pause if you like kind of count the seconds. It took him a while to like just get some words out. So it meant something to him. Regardless of how he met him. That was somebody that was dear to him, and just to hear on the same day, like you're playing this pivotal game four that someone that you care about has just gone on. You know, that guy's a gamer, man. He's a
yeah,
gamer, absolute gamer. And,
yeah.
and,
So
and Cat too. Like now that I think about it,
mm,
like I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, no good.
every post game that he's been interviewed, he's talking about his mom, and like you can
Yes,
see, like, and you could feel it even through the TV, like, how much he has her in his heart, in his spirit, and how much it's calming him and allowing him to go out there and play his game. Like these guys this is an unselfish group. They love each
right.
other. They love their fans. They love their coaches, and this is why we're in the position that we're in. We're honestly blessed. We're really blessed to have them as players on our team.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And no, and I'll just, to your point regarding Brunson, yeah, I did watch that presser. So yeah, it was someone from that he met from like the I think from the Knicks Foundation or Make a Wish
Okay.
Foundation or something like that. Cause he mentioned that they had like a heart condition and they succumbed to the illness and passed away. So but yeah, he did share that he was able to to meet him and everything like that. So, but yeah, he learned that he passed away. So yeah, it definitely had an effect, obviously, on him. Something he thought about. So, but no, man. Yeah, I definitely to see the championship to come to New York and really just the full character of every member of the Knicks, man. They really embody the soul of New York, and yeah, I just want I really want this for them. 'Cause I believe they really deserve it, and the true Knicks fans that's been watching, that's been rooting from day one, man,
Right.
sticking through it through all the mess, and to get this point, I think this is really for them to this championship is really for them to witness this and to finally have that feeling of completion. Like, we spend it, we invest all this time, we invest, money, by merch
Right.
and all this type of stuff, and you want to see it, come to fruition, and we're right on the doorsteps of that. As we'll see in Game Five, Saturday in San Antonio. As we close out, Vin, just want to get your final score prediction.
So I've kind of like been playing in my head with like a scenario where and I know we don't want to hear it, but they're in another tight game,
Hmm.
and either Brunson, Cat, or OG hits um, a game winning shot, and like they win by like 1 or 2 points. But I do think that they come out with more intentionality,
Yeah.
and I did say 7 or 8 points for the last game, but obviously it came out. But I do expect them to win by 7 or 8 points. Um, all the games have really been under 115. Like if we're gonna be honest, so like um, if they're gonna win, they're gonna score 100, and they're gonna have to keep the Spurs under 100. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go um, 106, 94, or no, not 94, 98.
98. Yeah, I had the Knicks winning. It's gonna be, yeah, fairly close. Like 195. Like 5 point win. It's gonna be,
I agree with
yeah.
that.
I don't foresee any blowouts. But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be contested. But the Knicks will pull through. They'll control the game and bring
Right.
that first championship in 53 years.
I do think they control the championship.
Yeah.
I mean, not the champion, or
Mm,
they control the pace of the game. Like I don't think that we see what the Spurs doing what they did before.
right.
So
Yeah. All right. Well,
yeah,
good show, sir.
yes, sir.
Um,
Definitely
appreciate the
fun.
yeah. I appreciate everyone listening, tuning in.
Definitely.
Appreciate everyone sending the comments. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Shout out to everybody on the replay crew. I saw there was a comment yesterday. Someone
Yeah,
there was on the
that's
replay
dope.
crew. So yes, I mean we got folks that dedicated. After work they're watching this. So
After work.
that's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, continue to appreciate the support, and yeah, we'll be back. Um, I haven't fully decided yet on how we're going to do for Game Five. We'll coordinate that, but once we do, uh, we'll send out the notices for Game Five. And
All
again, yeah,
right.
man, I think we're gonna get ready to witness history. So, thank you, everyone, and we'll see you for Game Five on Saturday. Thank you.